Why not try Realm of the Mad God? I don't think there's a game quite like RotMG. It's an mmorpg bullet hell game. The experience of fighting a boss together with others and seeing most of them either leave or die is an interesting experience. Being a big fan of bullet hell games and mmorpgs for most of my life, I think there's a reason why I picked this game up. In RotMG, you start off by creating a character. There are 18 classes to play, such as the classic Wizard and Rogue, but my favorite is the Summoner. Each of the classes has a different playstyle and abilities. For example, the Wizard uses a staff, spell and robe, whilst the Rogue uses a dagger and cloak to go invisible. The melee classes tank more shots so they can be up close, whilst the ranged ones are squishier. You've chosen your class, the Summoner in my case. You spawn into the realm. Wait, no, you spawn into the Nexus and walk into the portal to the realm. Now you're ready. How do I level up, you may ask? You kill things. As you kill things, you might notice they drop items. Equip those items to not die. If you're close to dying, you can press R and you will be teleported to the Nexus. Just don't get too greedy. You probably want to follow these quests. They show you mini bosses you can kill that are level appropriate. You can also enter and complete these dungeons. They drop items and potions. Once you've reached level 20, the real grind begins. There are two main goals from now on: maxing your character and getting UTs. There is a maxing system in this game. You may have noticed these stats. Well, you can increase them by drinking potions. Potions can be gotten through finishing dungeons, killing gods in these godlands characterized by this black ground, or killing these world events. Drink enough of these potions and the stat is maxed, making it so that you can't increase it through potions anymore. The higher your stats, the better your character is. For example, higher dexterity means a higher shot rate. Max all 8 of these stats and your character is considered 8 out of 8. About grinding for UTs. UTs are untiered items. Most items in the game have a tier. The higher the tier, the better the stats. UTs don't have a tier. Not all UTs are good. Quite a few of them are amazing, and a few of them are situational. Some of them are just outright bad. UTs are dropped from world events or dungeons. This here is a white bag. UTs mainly drop in these bad boys. This is the lifeblood of a RotMG player. When you see one of these, you cream yourself, until you realize the item isn't for your class and you get depressed. I lied earlier, there is a third goal: completing hard dungeons. Not only does this give you the satisfaction when you learn all the hard patterns of the dungeon, completing enough of a specific dungeon gives you exaltations. Through exaltations, you can get a maximum of 5 bonus of each stat, which persists after death. Speaking of death, sadly, the life of every RotMG player has to end. When you die, you experience permadeath. Your character dies and all the items and stats are lost. Luckily, you watched my video and you knew to store some of your items in your vault. When you die, depending on how many things you killed and a bunch of other multipliers, you gain an amount of fame. This fame is mainly used to feed your pets. Pets? There's more? Pets can be hatched from eggs and they have a variety of abilities. The best ones are heal, mana heal and electricity. Healing, restoring mana and paralyzing the enemy. There is a disclaimer. The game does have microtransactions. You can buy things such as more character slots or more vault slots or pet skins. There is nothing locked behind a microtransaction though. But for the love of God, please do not buy items with real life money. You're just gonna die and lose your items. If you're looking for the best thing to spend money on in RotMG, it's probably character slots or vault slots. That's pretty much it. Why do I think you should try Realm of the Mad God? If you like bullet hell games, this game has a lot of enemies and dungeons with unique bullet hell elements. For an avid grinder, maxing your character to 8 out of 8 is a fun experience. In this game, the enemies stay static as your stats improve, so you can actually see your improvement in real time. If you're a completionist, there are a lot of items to collect from the endgame dungeons. The permadeath mechanic is something you don't really see in other MMORPGs, and it adds a sense of risk that is refreshing. It's a very skill-based game. If you are skilled enough, you could probably do every or most dungeons solo. If you want to chill, then it's a fun game to turn your mind off to and grind the easy stuff. There's a sense of community. There's a somewhat alive market that you can participate in by selling your potions or items in exchange for others. There's a lot of guilds that you can join where you can do dungeons together or just play in the same realm. In conclusion, Realm of the Mad God offers a unique experience. If you enjoy bullet hell games, MMORPGs, or hard games in general, I would recommend that you try this game. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, it would really help me out. If you have any feedback, be sure to leave it in the comments, and I'll see you next time.